I grew up like a savage. One, two, 1, 2. You now rocking with the No Vultures podcast. You got me, myself, Lord Rab. You got Corner Barber ahead of me. You know what I mean? And sitting right in front of me. And to his right, you got OG Clee. Excuse me. Don't let me forget Clee on a vacation Clee. Right now. He'll be back. College, you know what I'm saying? And to Corn's right, we got a very special guest, man. You know, he's been around the Bay Area for, many fucking moons, man. You know what I'm saying? We can't even, you know what I'm saying? He come from a legendary hood, man, Country Club Crest. Yes, sir. If you from my generation and you done been through that motherfucker and you seen how it really was, and it ain't what it sound like. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? This man came out with his first album as a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Probably wasn't even old enough to sign his own paperwork.
Nah, you know.
You know what I'm saying? But he did. He didn't been around the world. He got songs like My Opinion. He got songs like Sick With This. He got songs like the Young Players Gotta Get It Together. It's the ghetto theme.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
a video directed by the late great Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying?
Was it Players Day?
You know what I'm saying? And he had the ladies on the song he ain't even want to do. You know what I'm saying? Called Wide Open, man. He is the little brother to Mac Dre, the Mac. You hear where I'm going with this, man, with these names, man. We got Mac Mall in this motherfucker.
Man, what's happening, man? It's the MAC, y'all. Mr. MAC, motherfucker. Glad to finally get you here, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me, man.
And we see you sitting here, man, and you are the true definition of a legend. And also, you are still cool enough to still look like you in your 30s. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Because, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you don't abuse yourself when you black, you're going to be straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't abuse drugs, man, or have a super fucked up diet, you're gonna look straight. You know what I'm saying?
Show up on you all day. That stress too. Get your ass.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean?
How you doing, Mom?
Man, I'm doing great, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy to be here. You feel me? The kick game with you brothers.
Still high spirited.
Man, I'm happy, man. You know what I mean? I'm happy with my life. You know what I mean? I'm happy my people is good. And, you know, things is cracking, man. You feel me?
So I gotta give the disclaimer I usually give on No Vultures, man. We started No Vultures because, you know, we wanted to just cover music and, well, not music, but music and music culture, right? So hip hop to me is not only a music genre, but it is a subculture, right? Mm-hmm. So everything that came with my upbringing, right? It's been here since I've been alive, right? The style of dress, the rebellion, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
The going against the grain, the not being afraid to be who you are, all comes from what I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very prideful on that, right? And so when we have outlets and media who don't necessarily shed the light on situations like it should be said, like let's resolve it.
Right.
Because like I always say, my lessons came from journalist-wise, a person like Kevin Powell when he was at the Source.
Yes,
you know, when you're going back with Pac and Biggie, and we don't got social media back then, but you see the power of words and journalism and how you write it. If you put East versus West on the cover of a magazine, nigga, it is what it is.
I mean, with hip hop, like, you know what I mean, those magazines was everything.
Everything.
Yes. You know what I mean? And the funny part about it, the way that we got that information at that time, you had to wait another month. Like now, kids get information.
Right.
You know what I mean? The news cycle is going fast. So they gonna get the information, Bob. Matter of fact, I'm gonna see if something happened to you, I can go look at your partners and see how they reacted and everything. Mm-hmm. We have to wait a whole another month to see who was gonna say what, or if they was gonna come back. You know, but you know, with today's, you know, the way things are done now with media and with information and everything, I mean, it's a gift and a curse. You feel me? Because a lot of the times, you know what I mean, with media and with news or whatever, with journalism, you know, now, instead of having real journalists, you got cats that's trying to get clickbait.
It's
all about clickbait.
You know what I mean?
And for us, we have had moments But the difference is, and the reason why our moments won't necessarily go viral as quick as the next, because we don't have the luxury. I'm a street nigga. I'm admittedly that. Yeah. I'm not one of those guys that, you know what I'm saying, but I'm also a dynamic human being.
Yes,
on the other side, that's the root of who I am and where I'm from. But I'm not inherently violent. I'm not inherently ignorant. I'm not none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So when I talk about situations, or we talk about it, usually when people leave here and they talk about a beef they had, it's like, why was they funking in the first place? That shit's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Because you're talking to a real dude. Right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't talking to no sucker who trying to, like, I don't have the luxury of, no disrespect to none of them, but an Adam 22 to be like, well, what was the name of the guy that shot you? That's not like what? Come on, I can't.
We don't talk police interrogation interviews.
I come from this. I can't play like that. You know what I mean?
You know a nigga gonna dummy up.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like for some reason,
niggas is getting themselves indicted on these podcasts.
Man.
Right,
shit is real.
Yeah,
shit is real.
Niggas going to prison and feds for that shit.
I mean, but okay. Who is it then? But is it the media's fault or is it the niggas' fault?
It's the niggas' fault, absolutely.
You feel me? It's the niggas' fault,
absolutely.
Man.
But some of these journalists is crafty. They know how to bait you in. Some of these journalists know how to bait you in.
How?
Yeah.
You know, we out here in the world where niggas getting interrogated and shit by real police and your life on the line. You're telling me that somebody that you don't know is smarter than you.
They could drag that
trick. Man, these niggas tricking themselves, man.
Right, absolutely.
Seeing this shit though, I be watching that shit, man. Motherfucker, I be like, damn, boy, it's a whole different world. I'm finna stay in the house.
Right.
These niggas out here crazy.
That's real shit though.
You feel me? Because like I say, man, the first thing, man, our mamas told us, man, don't have our business in the street.
That's the very first thing.
That was the first thing, man. Now our business is in the motherfucking street.
It's all in the street. Every bit of it is in the street.
Quick to be like, he snitched on me. No,
that's
how?
You snitched on
me? How, bruh? Man, I seen every one of your guns on Instagram.
Right.
Man, I
used to get a whooping for looking out the curtains when it was going down. What the fuck you looking at? What you want to see?
Get your ass,
your motherfucking ass back away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm already knowing. Yeah, man.
So that's a good transition because I want to know, like, what was it like? So you born and raised in Vallejo?
I was born in the first hospital in Vallejo, man.
Oh, wow.
First hospital in Vallejo. Real Vallejo people are born there. You know what I mean? Born there, man, brought right to the Crest, you feel me, to my grandmother's house, you know, rest in peace, Big Mama, Big Daddy. And, man, grew up there, man, with one of the biggest families in my neighborhood. Okay. Yeah, I have one of the biggest families. It's like, you know, a couple of other families. Shout out to the Strong. Shout out to the Claibornes. You know what I mean? Well, we the Davises. You feel me? Okay. And you know, we have a giant family. So I was just the youngest out of everybody, growing up in the turf. You feel me? Never knew that it was like a bad neighborhood until other people around me that wasn't from where we was from.
Was like, where you live?
Oh yeah, I can't come over there.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
so was it projects or homes?
Nah, it's homes. Like my family own I got an auntie damn near on every street and they own their house.
Okay, so
you know what I mean? That's really my neighborhood. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like for real. Those are my people.
And this is in the Crest.
I mean? Yeah. We all our folks is basically we from Louisiana. You know what I mean? Came out here to the town for motherfuckers with the shipping thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's the same story.
Same thing. Motherfuckers got jobs.
That's why we all cousins.
But yeah, motherfuckers got the paper. You feel me? Went out to the V. First, it was a spot called I know I'm saying it wrong. Floor Terrace, and that's where everybody was first there when they came to Vallejo. Then people moved. They moved to the Crest. They got you got cats that moved to Lofus, which was one of the first
40
black
said that in the song, and I didn't know what that was.
Floor Terrace, because that was the place that everybody came.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I put a note in the 40 thing, but so yeah, man, my family moved there. You know what I mean, along with other black families, and took care of their neighborhood, real tight knit. You feel me? Real tight knit. That's why you see the cutty, because that's how we are like each other. We are like closer than a friend, man, more like relatives.
Yeah.
I got the definition, and right now, you know what I mean. I have shirts with the definition on it. Y'all can check it out.
Cousin buddy.
Y'all can check it out. I can't recite it right now. My bad. You know what I mean. But and it was, you know, beautiful community, man. Strong sense of community. You know what I mean. You know everybody from the days where your neighbor can whoop your butt.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And, you know, like the youngest out of everybody, and, man, grew up with all the cuttings. You feel me?
So, and at this time, I just want to paint the picture because it's kind of like the same Oakland, Vallejo, Richmond, or whatever, you know, especially with the OGs. At this time, I'm imagining you seeing, because the Bay Area, we got our own cars, too. That's what people don't realize.
Chevy cats.
Yeah, Chevy cats. But then also, people never had Granadas whips. People never had Falcons whips. You know what I'm saying? And if they do it, they didn't whip it like it was a certain kind of way. Like if you had a step side truck, you're gonna have some center lines on it with the fat tires in the back, or you gonna have a Granada on some gold ones with the knuckle top,
like a motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? Like these cars looked at a certain kind of way. So
you can look at a nigga car and be like,
and it was like all the niggas getting money though.
Getting money.
They seeing shit. Niggas say, oh, that nigga over there, the Richmond cats. That's one thing that I loved about the Bay Area at that time. We all the Bay Area, right? Motherfuckers all, you know, get down, they do their thing, but everybody was so different.
So different.
Everybody was so different.
Yeah,
the Vallejo cats, even in Vallejo, like Crest cats is not like Hill cats or what you call it cats. It's just a way.
Right.
But Vallejo cats ain't like Richmond cats.
Right.
Richmond had a whole nother thing going on.
Yeah.
Oakland, whole nother thing going on, man. And right over the bridge, them niggas in San Francisco got a whole nother thing going on. And then we can break it down, like I say, into the cities.
Yeah.
When you break it down into the cities, these niggas over here ain't like the niggas up over here. They ain't rocking like the niggas over here. Or you know, the shit was just dope. But now, it's kind of like we all,
it's
you know, you don't know.
Yeah,
a Richmond nigga could be a Frisco nigga, could be a motherfucking Pittsburgh nigga, nigga could be a whatchamacallit, but it wasn't like that then. Niggas, niggas used to have different hair.
Yeah,
like the Frisco niggas used
always
to wear
had a tail.
It was just a different thing, man. You seeing niggas with the pineapples and the
or when the nigga, if we happen to meet somewhere at a function or a mall and y'all walk into y'all group and you be like, hey, Cuddy, or a PA nigga say, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? And Frisco nigga gonna be my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You gonna know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
as a teen, was you coming on this side?
Yeah.
As a young teen and shit?
Huh?
Was you coming out of Vallejo to East?
Yeah, man. Like, okay, you know, you got a trip. I dropped illegal business when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
16 years old. I wrote it when I was like 15. I was poisoned by the street. You know what I mean? If you want to call it that, but I was like 13. The nigga out there moving and grooving. I used to come out here with Big Doc from the Romper Room crew.
Okay.
Big Doc was the only one who kind of knew his way around.
Yeah.
So in order for us to come out here, because we used to go to the Red Fence. Shout out to the Red Fence.
Shout out to the Red Fence.
Right. So we used to have to piece up on some weed, give it to Don. Like, come, Don, man, take us to Oakland.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nigga want to go shopping. Nigga want to go to the hoagie spot.
Okay.
Nigga want to go to the Red Fence. Go grab some weed to go. And this nigga was a real fence with a motherfucker.
Yeah, a real fence.
So, you know, motherfucker was always moving and grooving, man. Seeing what the Bay Area was about, being in Richmond, being in San Francisco, you know what I mean? And, man, it all influenced me to be the person I am. One of my favorite rappers that a lot of people don't know is Magic Mike and Calvin T up out of Richmond.
Yeah. 40 say the same thing, yeah.
Magic Mike, I was one of the first people to champion them, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I was one of the first people to champion them and to say that I got a lot of what is me from them. You know what I mean? I'm good, yeah.
So explain the like how the Crest was as far as like when you out there, like of course we in the crack era.
Right, we in the crack era, man. We got, you know what I mean? Cats is moving and grooving.
You got
I'm right there. My auntie live on Gateway. You know what I mean? Gateway was the street that I saw it go from like heroin and or heroin was something that was secret. So you ain't really seeing that. But you seeing niggas selling weed. You seeing niggas probably moving some powder or whatever. But you know what I mean? When that crack boom. You feel me? I would have a front row seat to like just some of the weirdest shit you ever see in your life. You know what I mean?
Did you jump out there?
Nah, man. Like I say, I was the youngest, so I'm watching. You know what I mean? I'm watching. I got two older cousins. You feel me? That's
Yeah.
I'm there when my older cousin get in it. You feel me? The only thing that I jumped out on was fucking with the crew.
But
Sesame Street fucking with my crew? You know what I mean?
Are you?
And I was a weak dope dealer. When I finally put some blow up in my hand, man. I was grinding for like, I'm so young, I'm like fucking 12, 13.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Fucking, I'm selling coat, I'm selling some blow, trying to get some motherfucking
shoes
gloves.
or something. Oh, gloves.
Coat.
Yeah.
You feel me? Bust out on these motherfuckers. You feel me? And some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
We was poor. You feel me? Like
right.
You know, I had a great family unit, but as far as like my family, you know what I mean? Sometimes we had rocky times. You feel me? So I'm trying to just get some shit. You feel me? The thing that we hopped on was like hitting licks.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
We got on that. That shit was smooth. That was something a nigga used to do while out with the cutties, try to get some motherfucking money.
So the Sesame Street crew.
Sesame Street, yeah.
Sesame Street crew is prior to Ron.
No. Ron, I mean, we all like grew up together. Like the people who would become the Romper Room crew was just my older partners from around the corner.
Right.
Who, you know what I mean? Kilo damn used to play football with my cousin, and even though he was a little older than them, my crew, me and Doobie and them, like, man, his daddy put me in Pop Warner, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We before the sandbox. Our grandparents raised our parents like brother and sister.
Okay.
We grew up like cousins, all of us. You know what I mean? All of us. So it's like we all right there, and then cats would become. So when the Romp got named the Romp, they was just a group of brothers who kicked it on Leonard Street. Mm-hmm. Like Drake said, they on Leonard Street doing their thing. Next thing you know, they got a name on it.
Okay.
But we always together too.
Yeah.
You feel me? We always together, and you know, the crew thing over there, who will become the crew thing. They be together, so they put a name on it. We the crew
How was
thing.
the name coming about? Like how Romper?
A cat, Jamie 08, may rest in peace, Crest OG. You know what I mean? Got killed in the pen suspiciously. You know what I mean? They say he hung himself, one of them. But yeah, the niggas used to be hanging, joking, doing their thing. You know what I mean? And he was just like, man, y'all the Romper Room crew. Y'all just a little Romper Room
now,
crew. Because Romper Room was the show.
You know what the Romper Room is?
The show.
TV show.
Yeah. Miss Sid, look in the mirror.
Was that the second lady on Romper Room? Yeah. She worked at our school, right?
What?
Yeah.
You lying?
Yeah, so we used to wait because we knew somebody from our school was getting a shout out.
Okay.
We used to be on that motherfucker like this in the morning.
That's
like
crazy.
Yeah, nigga. If you got a shout out on Romper Room, you was the motherfucker though.
So the show was based in the Bay?
Yeah, it was right here.
Yeah.
So I'm from Bakersfield, so some of this shit.
So he joking with him and called him that, and it stuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What ended up being like a joke ended up being man. Okay. Now there was no Romper Room gang.
Yeah,
that came
from the police.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was just a romp. You know what I mean? And we got together. We called ourselves Sesame Street, but it ended up, changed. It ended up being Sesame Street, Strictly Ses, 5 Trey 5.
Strictly Ses.
But yeah, man. Shit turned up. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is grinding. Then it's just like when I'm like 14, 15, motherfuckers just start hitting the bank robberies.
Yeah.
You feel me? That shit start coming up. So you start seeing. Certain people still sold dope, but the majority of the people was going to get that money. You feel me? I got fucking, man, I got like damn near 3, 4, bank robbers in my family. You feel me? Cats who went to go get it.
Yeah.
It was like nowhere. I mean, I done been around the motherfucking world, and ain't nowhere like this where just a group of people of everybody just decide, man.
When I was young,
I done seen somebody get away with it.
And that's gonna be.
I'm finna go get it.
Right.
Now, with that came a lot of time.
Yeah.
You feel me? And a lot of motherfuckers that they still fuck with my people to this day. They still on the motherfucker. Best believe when my people was together, they up in there too. You feel me?
When I was young,
when
I was young, some of the illest shit that I was ever heard that was like movie shit was the niggas robbing the fucking toll booth.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, and then when I found out, because it was like, the word was through the hoods. I was like, them is some motherfuckers right there, right? Man, because I don't even know why I got to do this because you here too. I think this might have been something that happened to do with you. We got to take this Raider shit down. But we got that motherfucking Mac Dre.
Yeah, the FTC. Yeah, shout out to FTC. You know what I mean? I do work with them too, man, and you know what I mean.
Did you do that with them?
No. Actually, Mac Wanda did that, man.
Yeah, because I got that and that pain.
But we, you know what I mean? We all people. You know what I mean? So I was over there. I did my thing first with the illegal business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, they came, and of course they got to do something with Furrow, man. Yeah. Shit is fly because a lot of our fans are skateboarders.
Now, this was my introduction to Mac Dre, and I knew all this shit right here, word for word, right? Coolio parts, all this shit, right? And this is like when I first started getting in Dolphin Reynolds and like young though. I'm like 12 and 13 and shit.
They calling the police on the nigga as soon as you get around the corner. That shit was some whack shit. Man, I got a high speed. You feel me? And it's turned into some whole other shit because I'm trying to get some pussy somewhere.
Yeah.
That's all the car.
You just need to get there.
Hell yeah, in the car long and
That was the day.
Yeah, there was a day, but I had to show you that because I got that from Mac Wanda actually. You know
the crazy thing about that is like at that time, even before that, man, when I was able to see before Dre even made a record, man, he was that nigga.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
I'm growing up. I'm rapping because I used to stutter. I used to have a crazy stuttering problem when I was little. You know what I mean? When I was young, from everywhere from like I think about. Let's say like 9 to like fucking 13. You feel me? I'm stuttering. The only time I don't stutter is when I cuss and when I rap.
Damn.
So motherfuckers around the neighborhood would be like this. This how niggas used to bake. You know what I mean? Now, Dre is making tapes at this time. He making some of the dopest fucking music. The Mac is making his record. The Mac came and picked me up, man, from junior high, man, and shit.
Because Corn don't know. I don't think Corn know this either.
These are people who I know.
Explain to him who the Mac. Do you know who the Mac is?
The Mac is Michael Robinson. May he rest in peace. He was the first dude from my neighborhood to make a record with Strictly Business Records. Strictly Business was the start of kind of like everything. Shout out to Rick. Shout out to Renard, and yeah, shout out Rick and Renard. You feel me? I was gonna say some negativity, but we gonna keep it positive. So, the Mac was a cat who lived on Leonard Street, right around the corner. I see him.
Yeah.
Okay. He made the record, right? The Mac was always, he was the big, like, look at Mike. You feel me? Mike was riding around on a moped with the beat on it, and he playing music, and I'm not saying, man, he can rap, huh? So now he make a record. Now, the Mac is young at the time. The Mac about 18, 19, whatever, but he's like, damn, he got a poster, and this nigga is looking dope on the poster. The nigga had the cross cords, you feel me, the Bally's on, the silk shirt, with the shit, the motherfucker, and this is a nigga, man, I seen Clark Kent turn to Superman.
Yeah.
I seen him, that's what it was, man.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that he talked to my cousin, and I'm getting up, but he talked to my cousin, so he's like around. So this is a hero that I can see, that I can touch, that I can see. So I have my little raps up in here, and niggas used to, come here, little nigga, you can't rap. And nigga, you feel me? Right? I'm going with it, you know what I mean? But I'm still, you know, out there, niggas still poor, niggas still trying to, you know what I mean, do something, want to do something, trying to get down. I had real good influences in my neighborhood, niggas who would be like, man, I'm not giving you a pack.
Yeah.
But come on, man, let me get a pack. Yeah. Nah, I'm not giving you a pack. What you want, man?
Yeah.
Or don't take Maul on that lick.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna fuck you up. You take this nigga on this lick, and I'm begging the nigga like, bruh, man, fuck what he talking about, man. Fuck what he talking about, bruh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like shit is getting turned up, nigga. We getting shot, man. No, bruh, I need to go, but man, don't take Maul. You know, and back then, I like every young nigga, I would fight it back then. But those was my angels, man. Those was protection, right? You know, shout out homeboy Jay, man. You know what I mean?
My brother had to go to prison. My big brother Clee, who normally be here, he had to go to prison for me to jump outside.
Right? Because you had motherfuckers who, you know what I mean? Like, man,
they was too scared what he was gonna do if y'all let this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
And when I got into my crew, man, when I got into the sets, right? All my cuddies is 2, 3, 4 years older than me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Doobie them is my cousin friends.
Yeah.
But now I'm with them. And we is moving. You feel me?
Yeah.
He like, man, what the fuck you doing?
Right.
Man, I'm doing this.
Right.
Man, I had to fight this fool. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm fighting like, man, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Man, this is what we at. Next thing you know, he ended up being with us. You feel me? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was like my thing. And at the time, the robberies was happening. The Mac get killed. You feel me? He get killed with my cousin, in case of mistaken identity. You know what I mean? Dre put out Young Black Brotha. And the way that I would describe these two people, my namesakes, you feel me, is the Mac. You know what I mean? Strictly Business. Them niggas was the Mac was the plug, and Dre was the grinder, the nigga that you see every day. You know what I mean? Mobbing and shit. But the Mac was with the rich niggas who was moving and grooving. He thought us a different way. And Dre was the nigga that you seeing every day. You might not meet the plug.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you gonna meet first.
How many years older was the Mac than Dre?
Oh man, the Mac had to be, if anything, maybe about 2 years.
Okay.
2 years. They was close. You know what I mean? In 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
It's just in my mind. But everybody's young as shit.
Right.
You feel
and
me?
They got you by what, like 4 years?
Yeah. They got
because I always try to highlight that time period too, like in the crack era.
7.
That people don't
people
don't realize, because my generation, I'm from right here.
Yeah.
So my generation of niggas from around here was like them little niggas.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But even though I was with some older niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was still like them little niggas. The old niggas was just like old niggas that been through other old man shit.
We moving and grooving,
you know what
man. I'm rocking with these same niggas that end up becoming rappers. That niggas know.